How's it going, everyone? I am here with my WWE Battleground 2014 pay-per-view review. Battleground just ended about 5 minutes ago. I gotta say, overall for Battleground, man, oh man, this is how you get disappointed with a pay-per-view that you're looking forward to. This pay-per-view, I don't want to say sucked, but it wasn't good. I know a lot of people are saying it was a terrible pay-per-view, saying it was horrible, this and that. Although I can't really go against what they're saying, I'm not really going to agree with what they're saying, because I do think this pay-per-view wasn't that great. However, I do think there was a lot of, fun stuff on this show as well. So, I can't say it was horrible, but I definitely don't think it was a good pay-per-view by any means. But yeah, I think this pay-per-view was it was definitely a filler pay-per-view. I think it was just, it had a good card, but I think they wanted to save a lot of it for SummerSlam. So a lot of the matches couldn't deliver as they should have. So that's what I got out of this pay-per-view. I think it was just, the matches were at the wrong place at the wrong time for this pay-per-view, So, yeah, I think a lot of it's being saved for SummerSlam, especially with the results of a lot of these matches and the endings and whatnot. So, I just think that everything just couldn't deliver for SummerSlam. So, yeah, that's why this pay-per-view was disappointing, at least in my eyes. But, yeah, of course, before the pay-per-view started, we had the kickoff 3 minutes before the pay-per-view. Horrible kickoff. You had a bonus match added. About an hour before the pay-per-view, after the kickoff, it was Fandango versus Adam Rose, which sucked. Okay, if I can get perverted for just a minute, because Layla and Summer Rae were with Adam Rose and they came out, and I gotta say, Layla's top, and she was jumping up and down, her top was on the verge. It was that close to just flying off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sitting there secretly praying to the gods, please have it come off, please. But it didn't. But it was a wonderful sight to see, her jump up and down. So, yeah, sorry for my pervertedness for that moment there. But, yeah, the match sucked. The whole purpose of the match, Fandango was just talking Summer Rae and Layla. They slapped him. He got in the ring, got hit with Adam Rose's finisher. 1, 2, 3, match is over. Pointless. And then another pointless match that was on the kickoff show. Naomi versus Cameron. Horrible match. Cameron won with the fucking roll-up. Or not a roll-up, a roll-up, which was just like, oh, man. Thanks for having Cameron win, because now this has to continue. Hopefully it stays on Raw or something, because I don't want to see a rematch at SummerSlam. That'd just be horrible. But horrible kickoff. Just 2 horrible matches. It's just, oh man, it was bad. Moving on to the main show, which opened with the 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championship, the Usos versus Harper and Erick Rowan. Awesome match here. Match of the night, in my opinion. The first 2 falls were kind of crappy. The first fall came pretty quickly. Harper hit a big boot on one of the Usos for the count, for the 1, 2, 3 count to get the first fall. The Usos got the second fall when one of the Usos rolled up Harper, but it's funny because at an angle, Harper's shoulder is actually up with the 3 count, so he technically wasn't pinned, but it is what it is. So the first 2 falls honestly just went by pretty quickly, and they were kind of disappointing. But the third fall was a lot of fun. Harper was a complete boss. He was going beast mode, just going off on, doing the suicide dives, just being the great wrestler that he is. The Usos got some good stuff in there as well. Erick Rowan actually, he didn't impress me, but he actually did a cool thing where he actually gave both the Usos a suplex off the top rope, so that's kind of cool to see him do that. But yeah, this match is a lot of fun. The third fall, this didn't even be 2 out of 3 falls, to be honest. It just needed to be 1 fall, and it was a great match. It was a great opener. Match of the night, in my opinion. Usos ended up retaining, which I was very surprised by, with a double splash onto a Harper for the 1, 2, 3 victory to retain the tag team titles. I was surprised because I thought that, I figured, if Harper and Rowan win the tag team titles, then they can feud with, Goldust and Stardust for the tag titles, leading to SummerSlam. But I guess they're gonna, I think the only logical thing you can do now with the Usos is to debut the Ascension and have them feud with them, because there's no one else really for the Usos to feud with. So interesting to see where they go from here. Hopefully this means Ascension getting called up and whatnot. So yeah, that was a good little. It was a great match right there. Next, we're supposed to go to what was originally supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. Rollins getting interviewed backstage. Ambrose attacks him. Triple H throws him out. Basically signifying the match is canceled, so no Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins, which is very disappointing because I was really looking forward to that match. But like I said in the beginning of this video, that was a prime example of them holding it off till SummerSlam. So I can agree with the booking and how they did it. Next match we had was the Divas Championship match. AJ Lee versus Paige. The match was whatever. This was their first legit match, so I wasn't really expecting. I thought it was gonna be really good, but it was all right. There were some botches. Paige tried to spear AJ out on the outside, but it looked really horrible. Paige tried to give AJ a power bomb and just came off horribly. But there was some near falls. No, Paige at the Paige turn looked like she was gonna win, but AJ kicked out. But AJ ended up getting the win with the Shining Wizard to Paige to retain. So it was it was decent. It was nothing spectacular by any means. And next we go on to Rusev versus Jack Swagger. Oh man, that match sucked. Yeah, it was really boring. I was falling asleep. I just couldn't get into this match whatsoever. I just wanted at the end, and yeah, it was boring. It just wasn't a good match by any means. Rusev ended up getting the win by a countout because he threw Jack Swagger into the post, and Swagger was pretty much dead. Rusev just walked back in the ring and got the countout victory and got the victory. So yeah, nothing really spectacular here. I mean, it did get a little decent towards the end, you know, the storytelling with Swagger putting the ankle lock on Rusev and having to come back, you know, like he tried to get in the ring and Rusev knocked him out, and, you know, Zed was hyping him up. So it had the story was a little good towards the end of the match, but just the overall match wasn't that good. You know, definitely signifying this isn't over. Like I said, the countout victory was like the most heelish way to win a match for a heel, is to win by a countout. So it definitely is going to continue, especially considering Rusev just threw him back in the ring and put him in the accolade, and pretty much Swagger's just dead. So yeah, just man, it was bad. And of course, they had to give Lana a mic before the match started, and she gets a promo speaking about the plane crash and everything that happened and the whatever. I can't pronounce the area, but just yeah, man, the whole Rusev Lana story. I'm over it. I'm over it. But yeah, next we actually, I believe this was next. I'm not sure when this segment occurred. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, it's on the Wikipedia page. Thank you, Wikipedia. Next, Seth Rollins came out with the briefcase. He told Justin Roberts, "Announce me as the winner. Winner by forfeit, Seth Rollins." Rollins knocks out the ring. Ambrose comes out of nowhere, beats the holy hell out of Seth Rollins. They brawl for like a good 5 minutes. Awesome brawl here. Triple H is tearing him apart, telling Ambrose, "Get the hell out of here." Ambrose is cussing out Rollins. Rollins is cussing out Ambrose. Awesome, awesome, awesome brawl here. This is one of the fun parts of the show right here. Just this overall show felt like I was watching Raw. That's what it really felt like when you're watching. They went to the announcers a lot. You know, the announcers pretty much gave recaps of what was happening. They had a lot of segments backstage. This really was just like a Raw, I almost said a 3-hour Raw, but Raw is 3 hours every week. So this is just pretty much like a Sunday Night Raw. That's what it really felt like. But yeah, awesome brawl with Rollins and Ambrose. Every time these guys are going at it, whether it's a brawl, a promo, or whatnot, it just gets me more excited for their match in the future. So just awesome stuff there by those guys. Next we had, oh jeez, Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt. Jesus, man. Did I not call this match sucking or what? This match sucked. One thing that kind of like made me chuckle was when Harper and Rowan got ejected because they kept interfering, so the referee ejected them. Bray Wyatt was like, "What am I gonna do now?" Like he knew he was gonna lose after that because he just lost his henchman. So it's kind of like you just lost credibility with Bray Wyatt, making him, you know, that too. But he just made Bray Wyatt lose credibility by making him freak out about him losing his henchman, who he shouldn't even need to even win matches. So this match didn't do Bray Wyatt any favors. This match sucked. Bray Wyatt was botching. Just wasn't good. It was not good. And Jericho ended up getting the victory with the code breaker on Bray Wyatt for the 1-2-3 victory. I called Jericho winning. I know a lot of people thought, oh, Jericho, he's going to put Bray Wyatt over. Not even Jericho wants to put Bray Wyatt over. Come on. I know that's not true, but, you know, I just want to say that because, well, Bray Wyatt can't win a big match. A match that matters, at least. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks to be Bray Wyatt. I mean, I'm not saying it because I don't like him. I mean, if he succeeds, good for him, but just, he can't win a big match, man. He keeps losing, and it's not looking good for Bray Wyatt. Next, we had the Battleground Battle Royal for the Vacant Intercontinental Championship. This was actually a lot of fun. I was surprised how fun it was, to be honest, because Cesaro and Kofi were the stars of this match. I'll tell you that right now. They really stood out. You know, even though Kofi did his regular spots where he'd go out the ring and he wouldn't get eliminated because his feet didn't touch the ground. He did his, you know, somehow he didn't get eliminated when he was supposed to get eliminated. You know, typical Kofi Battle Royal stuff. Even though he did that, I thought he worked very well with Cesaro, the story they were telling. And I thought this Battle Royal was just very fun. You know, this Battle Royal really proved that the young guys can go when they can go. You know, Heath Slater, he even stole the show, man. He eliminated Cesaro and the crowd was cheering for Slater. So this is a very fun Battle Royal. I'll probably say this is probably the second best match of the night, to be honest. This is a lot of fun. Battle Royal came out to Sheamus and Ziggler. Ziggler eliminating Sheamus with a super kick. However, because Miz did the little, you know, where, I know what, Battle Royal starts, I'll roll out underneath the ring, hang out on the mat for about 20 minutes until the last guy is in the ring. I'll roll and throw him out. That's what Miz did. Just went in the ring, threw Ziggler out. Became new Intercontinental Champion. And hopefully, I'm not saying this that this will lead to that, but hopefully this leads to a Ziggler-Miz match at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship, because I don't think they can get Ziggler eliminated at the very end and not, lead to something like that. So I know Miz and Sheamus were doing a whole thing, but just forget about that. Let's go into Ziggler and Miz, because they have great matches, and I want to see them, because I think they could steal the show. Well, not steal the show if they're going to do Ambrose and Rollins, which they will at SummerSlam, but it can be a show stealer match. I don't think it'll steal the show, but it could potentially steal the show if they gave us Miz and Ziggler at SummerSlam, in my opinion. But yeah, just a very fun battle royal, fun stuff there. And of course, before the main event, you had Seth Rollins leaving the ring, not the ring, the arena, with his briefcase in hand and whatnot, just leaving. All of a sudden, Ambrose comes out of nowhere, parking lot brawl. Who keeps retweeting my shit? Parking lot brawl, which leads to Rollins driving off, and Ambrose like chilling, like, alright, bitch, I'll see you later. So shout out to Ambrose and Rollins for making this show fun. Their segments were the best part of the show. Then we go to the main event, Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena versus Randy Orton versus Kane versus Roman Reigns. Whatever match, not a great main event. It didn't really get fun until like the end of it, because the beginning of the match, it was Kane and Orton teaming up against Roman and Cena, and then Kane and Orton eventually started fighting each other, and then everyone started culminating and beating the holy hell out of each other, started hitting their finishers. It was just, the Fatal 4-Way matches are like, they're usually fun, but like this was just like, it was alright at the beginning, then it started getting fun towards the end. And I almost crapped my pants. Reigns almost won the match with the spear on Kane. I really thought he was going to win it right there, because no one was in the ring. But thankfully Cena just came out of nowhere and broke it up. But yeah, towards the end, everyone was just pretty much hitting their signatures and finishers on each other, trying to pinfall victory. Everyone just kept breaking it up. So, whoever keeps retweeting my shit, leave me alone, Jesus. But yeah, I just came up pretty much. Fuck you, whoever's retweeting my shit. I will find you. After this video, I'm going to go on my mentions, and whoever keeps retweeting it, I'm going to do something. But yeah, just the Fatal 4-Way was whatever. Cena ended up retaining. Cena wins, LOL. What happened? I think Reigns hit his spear. No. Bottom line is Cena hit an AN on Orton on top of Kane and pinned Kane for the 1-2-3 victory. So Cena retains. So Brock and Cena SummerSlam is pretty much confirmed. But yeah, pay-per-view. It shouldn't be called Battleground. It should be called Sunday Night Rocks. That's what this pay-per-view was. Nothing special. Just a filler show. Pretty much a go-home show to SummerSlam. Just like a lot of pay-per-views were at the end of last year. How almost like Night of Champions, Battleground, Hell in a Cell, Survivor Series. How all those pay-per-views pretty much ended like go-home shows. That's what this pay-per-view was. So, disappointing pay-per-view. Not sure if it was worse than Elimination Chamber from this year. I don't know, Elimination Chamber really sucked this year, so it's going to be hard. I don't think it was as worse as that pay-per-view, but this is still not a good pay-per-view. But yeah, that'll do it for the review. Whatever show. And until tomorrow. Well, not until tomorrow. Until my next video. Watch Raw tomorrow, though. Considering I said tomorrow, I might as well watch Raw tomorrow. Brock Lesnar's going to come back and kick Cena's ass. But yeah, until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Now I gotta go turn off the camera, so you gotta wait a second. How long is this video? Okay, goodbye.